Well, hello, I think we are live. This is Deborah Ann, of course, and today with me is LaTanya Hurd. And I just wanted to set it up. LaTanya and I are going to be doing an interview just for training purposes, and so she has agreed to do this for me. We're going to make it is what it is. LaTanya is actually somebody that I would love to work with, and when I first asked her about Mary Kay, she said absolutely not. So I just want you to know that going in, but we are going to go through this process because it's really important that you see the process. No matter what the outcome, the process is the same. So, LaTanya, thank you for allowing us to videotape our conversation.
You're welcome.
Yay, so let's get started. First things first, thank you again for allowing me to practice with you the way that we present our marketing plan at Mary Kay. This is part of our training. It's how we do what we do. And so you are helping me out, and I'm excited about giving you your $25 gift certificate for doing this. So it helps that you love Mary Kay and that you want some of these products for free. So thank you for doing that. So I just want to tell you, I am very excited about my business, and I'm also excited about sharing it with people who I admire. And what I'm looking for is women who are already great at what they do and are not afraid to work hard to get the things that they want. So I see that in you, and that's why I chose you as somebody that I would like to work with on my team. So I completely understand that this may or may not be for you, and that's completely okay. But I feel like if you have more information about Mary Kay, then you can make an informed decision as to whether or not this is something you'd like to do. And then if you decide it's something that you don't want to do, maybe you know somebody who would be great at doing it, and you'll have more information to lead me in that direction, because I'm looking for people like you. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me give you an outline of how things are going to work today. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you a little bit about you. I already know you a little. And last week I realized I didn't know you as much as I thought I did. Anyway, but I'm going to ask you a little bit about you, and then I'm going to tell you a little bit of my Mary Kay story, and then I'm going to tell you about our awesome company. I'm going to then ask you if you have any questions, you'll be able to ask them, and then I'm going to ask you if this is something that you'd ever consider. Are you ready? Sound like a plan? Okay, good. All right, I do have my questions written out, and if you don't mind, I'll take notes as we go because I want to remember what you said. All right, good. So, LaTanya, we've known each other, but not really. So I want to know, tell me a little bit about you.
Wow. I'm 40 years old.
Yeah, we don't discuss that in number, we don't. And you're brave to even say the 40 because I wouldn't even know that, but go ahead.
I love what I do here at the college. I have 2 children, one 13 and one 26. I adore. And I am native Floridian. I've been in Florida pretty much all of my life. And wow.
Native Floridian.
Yes.
Tell me the ages of those kids again, I missed that.
13 and 26.
That's what I got. Okay. All right, and you said, what do you do at the college?
I am a program scheduling representative. And what that is I pretty much am in charge of offices and classrooms on campus and schedule board of trustees meetings and student club meetings and adjunct meetings and just schedule a lot of things and move people around in different offices and take care of outside agencies and they come in and want to use our space here on campus and things like that.
So it's really busy.
It's really
Okay. And you said you love what you do here?
I do.
What do you love about it?
I just love the interaction, day-to-day interaction that I have with all kinds of people. It's sometimes it may be the same situations, but different people that you're dealing with, which makes it different. So I just like the interaction with with different people, and I like being around the students and seeing them.
How long have you been at the college?
4 years.
Okay, great. All right, now tell me, if you could change something about your job, what would it be? No, that's right. Okay. All right, so the pay. Anything else? Is your schedule flexible? Are you able to do the things that you need to do? Okay. So I'll put that down as something else that you like about your job. Okay. All right, so here's what I heard you say: you adore your children. What do you value most in your life?
My children in my personal space, my alone time that I need to myself, for meditation.
Personal space, personal time. Alone time, I heard that. I don't even know what that is. I'm going to write that down and look it up later. I don't know what that is. And, okay. And do you have enough of that? Personal time, alone time? What brings you joy?
Seeing, having peace and love in my family and my children, and seeing my family and the people, friends at home, my friends as well, happy.
So seeing the people you love happy. Anything else? All right. Tell me about a time when you were most proud of yourself.
Maybe when I graduated from college, I guess. It was certainly an accomplishment.
Right. Okay. And what was your degree in? I don't know that.
You don't know that.
I don't.
It was in Associates in Science in Funeral Service, which is mortuary science.
I did not know that. You see, this is why we have to do these things. Because you think you know a person. Where did you go to school? Man, I didn't know they had that program.
We don't know.
Oh, man. All right, cool. Anything you want to share about that? Okay, no problem. I mean, I'm just really curious about, how life leads people to where they are, because, excuse me, nobody grows up saying, when I grow up, I want to be a Mary Kay consultant. And yet there are over 2 million of us. How did that happen? And so I don't suppose you grew up saying, no, when I grow up, I just want to work for a college, and I want to schedule, and I want to make things happen and move things and shake things all over the top. It doesn't happen that way. So, you know what I mean? And so I'm just always curious how people's paths leads them to where they are. So anyway, so anything you want to share about that, I'll take.
That's it's what it is. With the funeral industry, it's kind of believe it or not, up and down type of industry. And as much as I love it, it will always be in it in some form. It can be unpredictable at times, only because of the funeral industry has changed so much in the past 20, 30 years, with corporations coming in and buying the, mom and pop, homes. And of course, now when you're dealing with corporations, okay, they're looking at numbers now, and it's just not as stable as it used to be. It's just not, the numbers aren't looking the way, the board wants them to look, and they're downsizing, which is kind of unheard of in a funeral home, but it happens. And it happened to me twice in my career, my funeral career. And it was both with companies that I planned on basically staying with and retiring with. And when it didn't happen, and with me being a divorced mom too, the stability I needed more stability. It just wasn't there anymore. So I decided to, since I'm a woman and there's an administrative side of me, it led me to working at homes.
Yeah, I get that. I really get that. And so you said a lot of things, you touched on a lot of things about being in corporate America and the lack of stability there. And, even here at the college, there is no guarantee of anything except for, you have some very interesting stories, but, that is how life does move you, and there are no guarantees. And so, as much as we can, we try to be focused and in control of what we can control. So, excellent. Well, that's good to know. All right, so fast forward your life about a year from now. If money and time were not an issue, what would a dream come true look like? Even 5 years from now.
Money and time are no issue.
What would a dream come true look like?
Oh, wow. I would just travel a lot. I wouldn't work anymore. I would retire. Mm-hmm. And I would spend more time with my musician. Of course, not here. He's out of state, so I would definitely try to connect with him in person more.
What's his name?
Cruise every month.
Wait, you're still dreaming. Go.
I'm going on a cruise every
Cruise
month.
every month.
Yes.
Cruise every month. I got that. Oh gosh, that's funny. Yeah, you know, a cruise is the best vacation as far as I'm concerned. Pack your bag once, eat as much as you want, wake up in a different place every morning. Can't beat that. Right. Not endorsing or okay. Moving on. Anyway, so more time with your son who lives out of state. Okay, I got that. Anything else? Because you know, you have to come home sometime if you're traveling.
So.
What would you do when you got home? Yeah, that personal time we talked about, you have a lot of that.
I do. I like to, meditate. Just sit out by the lake and just think. I just yoga.
So you do yoga?
I don't, but I should.
I love it. I love it. Okay.
My own version.
Yeah, you do your own, and that's fine. Oh my goodness, where did I get the chance to do that? On Saturdays, I found myself child-free, husband-free, and everybody free, and I went in the reclining chair and I was like,
Probably didn't know what to do with yourself.
I just stared into space.
Mm-hmm.
How did this happen? Anyway, so I totally get that. All right, so we'd be traveling, we'd be cruising. Okay, good. Well, those are the questions I had for you. I do want to tell you a little bit about, because I mentioned earlier that we really don't, no one grows up saying that. And I certainly did not grow up saying that, because I grew up in Jamaica. Most of my life was in Jamaica. And no, not anymore. I've had a very long life now. Okay. Anyway, so I came from Jamaica to study hospitality because that's what I wanted to do. I love people and I wanted to be in an industry where I got to make people happy all the time, much like you. I like being around people and seeing them happy. And so that's what I decided I would do. Anyway, so I did that and I went into the restaurant business because I figured they close and hotels don't. So I want to be in the restaurant business because I can go home and nobody will call me when the restaurant is closed. I work 80 hours a week in a restaurant as a manager. And so that's what ended up happening. I was working 80 hours a week as a restaurant manager and on my feet for probably about 16 hours a day. Still have the varicose veins to prove it. And I was not happy. Not happy. My single Jamaican mom had put me through college, and I was counting chickens. Counting chickens in a restaurant, and I was not finding all the chickens I should find because people were stealing from me. So the very people I love were stealing from me. And then on top of it, I don't know if you've ever been to a restaurant, but most times when you call a manager, what are you saying to the manager? You're telling her how wonderful. You got it. And so the people that I love were complaining to me all the time about things that I had no control over, or maybe even if I did. That's not what I wanted to hear. So I found myself in a place where I was not loving people much anymore. And so along comes my good friend who I had very oily skin and it was extremely broken out. And my friend said, we have to fix her. Because I was still carrying my backpack from college and I had graduated 2 years prior. And in the backpack was my Blistex and eyeliner that I kept as my makeup when I got dressed up. It was a leather backpack, so I figured it was still dressy. Anyway, so they're like, we have to fix her. And so they invited me to a Mary Kay party that they threw in my honor. And I went to the Mary Kay party, of course, not wearing any makeup, skin a hot mess. And I enjoyed it. I had a good time. And then I bought products and took it home, skincare in particular. And then they made me put my own makeup on that night. And I had tried makeup when I was 14. Somebody put it on me and there was a lot of bleed. And I just knew I would never wear makeup. I knew that for sure. And I went home and I took it all off and I put it back on. I'm like, this looks decent, I can do this. And then 3 months later, my consultant invited me to an event. And my friend and I, the same one who held a party for me, we went because we were looking for something to do and just entertain ourselves. And I went to the event and I saw a side of women that I had never seen. Because, hospitality, especially in restaurants, is mostly male dominated. And the women that are in it are not nice to the other women that are in it. And so I saw these Mary Kay ladies and I said, wow, I just would love to be in their space. This is the type of person that I wanted to be around. And I envisioned myself, being around people and helping people and being happy with people. That's what I envisioned. So I said, you know what? I'm going to join. And I did. And it was $100. And I put it on one more credit card because I was completely in debt after going through college. My single mom put me through college. And I was $33,000 in debt and was making $28,000 a year. I don't know if you can imagine how that would work, paying that off. Anyway, so I joined Mary Kay not to make money. I joined Mary Kay because I loved the people. I loved what I saw. I loved the environment. And it was going to be the only fun thing I could do because they met on Tuesdays. And when you're the restaurant manager, you're in the restaurant on the weekends. And that's when my friends are going out. So I had no social life. In addition to everything, I had no social life. So Tuesday nights they met and I said, I will go because that's going to be fun on a Tuesday. And that's how I joined Mary Kay. And so 21 years later, I can't believe it. I really still can't believe it because I was a tomboy. Here's the other thing I knew for sure. Remember how I told you for sure that, what was the other thing I told you for sure? I can't remember. But anyway, the other thing I knew for sure is that I would never sell anything. Didn't want to wear makeup. That was the first thing I knew for sure. And the second thing is that I would not sell anything. Because I was a Girl Guide, what we call a Girl Scout. And I bought my own cookies. And I'm still wearing my own cookies. I knew I couldn't sell anything. And so when I got into Mary Kay and they told me, yeah, that's what we do, we sell. I'm like, really? I said, I'll do the party, but I'm not going to sell anything. And I promise you, my first party I did, and the people were sitting there and they were like, so can we get some? What do you want? That was my clothes. What do you want? And so, in spite of myself, 21 years, I really just had a good time. And I loved the product. And I loved the people that I was around. Nobody was complaining. If your lipstick didn't match, we took it off and tried a different one. And I didn't know all the lipsticks. In fact, I didn't even wear makeup until I was 5 years into the business because I was just so focused on the skincare, can't do the makeup thing, and nobody ever taught me. And that's changed. So much has changed. So they teach us now. It's easier. So that's how I ended up with a Mary Kay career for 21 years. Now I've done Mary Kay by itself. It has been my sole source of income. I bought a house as a single woman with Mary Kay, and it's been a part-time occupation for me. And right now I'm transitioning back into full-time Mary Kay. That's really what I want to do. And so that's why I'm building my team, and that's why I'm looking for people who are about the same thing. You know what I mean? So it really what Mary Kay ended up being for me was a vehicle to get to what I needed. And my mother calls it finishing school because I was a hot mess. And so I went to Mary Kay finishing school. So what I want to do now is to just tell you a little bit about our company and things that I think people find interesting about what we do. First of all, we were talking about stability. Mary Kay has been around for 53 years, and I know you know it for long before you met me, but 53 years is a long time for a company like ours because it's not a corporation, we're not corporately owned, we're not on the stock exchange, it's family owned still. And so Mary Kay's family has a very strong hand in the way that the company's run. So it's her philosophies, which were God first, family second, and career third. That's the priorities in which she lived her life. And so the company still has a thumbprint very strongly on what we do. So it's still run that way because the family runs it that way. So not only have we been around for 53 years, but we've also done the same thing, skincare. We don't do anything else. If it doesn't go on the skin, we don't sell it. And we're very focused, our own company is focused on how we pursue skincare. We're always looking for the best of the product. We're always looking for what's going to be best for the customer, what's going to be best for the consultant, and also, which I love, our initiatives now are all very green. What's best for the environment, the way we package our products, everything about what we do in the UK, it has a global perspective to it. Another thing that I love about our company is that we have a foundation, which Mary Kay herself started. And because she started the company for women, she's concerned about all aspects of it. So in 1963, women were trying to get out of the house because they wanted something to do. In 2016, we're trying to get back into the house because we want to spend more time with our families. We know that that's really what's important. She saw the woman as a whole. And having lost her own daughter to cancer, she started the foundation. And the foundation actually funds research for cancers affecting women. And then it also funds domestic violence centers or shelters. So we spend a lot of money. The consultant donates money, and the family donates money, and the company donates money to this foundation. So it's all funded by us. And we do these important works all year long, year round. We're always doing things. So I feel like those things make us unique in the world. First of all, nobody else has a Mary Kay. She was a phenomenal woman. She has been written up on so many times. Secondly, the fact that we are focused on women and not just anybody. And there are men in Mary Kay, and of course we have men's products and all of that. It's really about women and taking care of women inside and out. So I think that makes us really unique as well. The earning potential in Mary Kay is really unlimited because the way Mary Kay designed the company was because when she was in sales, that's how she took care of her family as a divorced mom as well. Sales, and she sold Stanley Home Products. Do you remember those? What? I was in Jamaica and we knew about Stanley Home Products. But I heard she sold them. I was like, what? I used to use a furniture polish. Anyway, so she raised her children on direct sales as a single mom, and she worked her buns off. So when she retired from that, she didn't get everything she wanted out of the company. She was able to support the family. She didn't get everything she wanted out of the company. So in her 50s, Mary Kay designed the perfect company on a legal pad, a yellow legal pad. And she said, you know what? Somebody said to her, if you're so smart, why don't you do it? And she took $5,000 of her money and she invested in our company. And she decided to do makeup because back then and even now, it still is a recession-proof industry because women always want to look good. And a new lipstick is always going to make you feel better. Remember why we got together recently? Oh, Deborah, I saw this lipstick on somebody I know. It never goes out of style. We always want to look good and feel good. And these are inexpensive pick-me-ups that can do that. And so Mary Kay knew that and recognized it. So she could have really chosen any product. She just chose makeup because, again, it's for a woman on the outside and on the inside. So that's just a little bit of background. We make money in two ways in Mary Kay. We buy the products for $1 and we sell for $2. That's how we make our profit. And then secondly, we earn money from the company, commissions from the company when we build a team. So the team, actually, we're invested in making sure that our team does well because we get a commission from the company when our team does well. So it's not multi-level. If you sold something, you would make your dollar on every, your 50 cents on every dollar you sold, and that's your money. But the 50 cents you send to Mary Kay, they send me a portion because that's their way of saying thank you, Deborah. If it wasn't for you, we would never have met Latanya. Now she's doing well, so here's your commission on her behalf. So that's it in a nutshell. Let's see, what else might you want to know? You might want to know too that we don't have any territories. We don't have any quotas. So when I say no territories, you can sell to anybody in the United States. We don't have any quotas, which means there's no pressure for you to sell a certain amount every single week or every single month. It's flexible. You do as much as you want or as little as you want. And as much as you put into it is as much as you'll get out. Because I always tell people, this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. You are going to work, but it's going to be work that's rewarding because you will see women literally transform before your eyes. People who have a difficult time looking in the mirror when they start, and when you're done, you're like, can I have my mirror back, please? And that makes me feel so good because it means that I was able to show them something about themselves that they could look like. So those are the things that I wanted to highlight for you. So now, do you have any questions for me?
Is there a startup cost?
Yes, there is a startup cost. It costs $100 to get started with Mary Kay, and you would use, well, we have it online. There's an online version, but this is our beauty consultant agreement, and you'll notice that it asks you very specific questions, like your name, address, things you might have to look up, but that's okay. Very simple. This is it. It's a one-page agreement, and you get started with Mary Kay for $100 plus tax and shipping. So it's about $116 to get started. What that comes with is a beautiful starter kit that has a beautiful bag, which I don't have here today, but a beautiful bag, which I would pay $75 for on its own. And it comes with over $300 worth of retail size product for you to sell with. If you choose not to sell and you just, decide to get your business started, you want to buy your own products at wholesale, that product is yours to keep and use if you'd like. So you can't beat it. But if you choose to demonstrate product, and that's what you would use, and it's great because you're actually using products that people would be buying. You can say this is a cleanser that you would be using, and so it's really a good value for money. You can't beat that. All right. So what else would you have as a question?
So let's say you get the $100 and get started, and you have a party, or you're presenting a product to a person. How then do I go about ordering the product?
Okay. When you get started, you can start your business. You can choose to start your business with product or without. The only required investment is $100. If you choose to start your business with product, it's going to depend on what you want to do with it, because not everybody's going to start out. Some people want to make $50 a week. That's $200 a month. I can think of what I would do with $200 a month. But if you tell me I want to replace my full-time job, you're going to need a different level of income, of inventory, based on the level of income that you want. So how much product you start with depends on what you want out of the business and how much work you're willing to put in. So if you make a sale at your party, you can choose to have product on hand to deliver, which is awesome. Why? Because women are emotional, and when we buy product, we love that lipstick, and we want to. How long before you got back did you call me and say, I saw this woman with sunlit sand? How long was it?
Maybe a week or two.
Okay, that was long, because most women, it's like, I saw this, texting her, Deborah, do you have that lipstick? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And that's how we are. So we like to have product on hand to deliver, but that's what we choose to do. Okay. All right, so what else?
You pretty much covered all the questions I have.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Product. I'm just writing down the things that you asked me. I also didn't mention that when you do choose to have product, just went out of my head. That's fine. It'll come back to me. It'll come back to me. Mm-hmm. All right. So they're on how we make our money. They're on our no territories, no quotas.
So how often, since you're selling your own products, basically, how is that paid out? Like, is if a person pays you, do you have a certain amount that you have to send to Mary Kay? Is that how that works?
Well, if you choose to start your business with inventory, once the person makes a purchase, they're making a check payable to you, or they're paying you by credit card, and you get the money for the whole sale because you've already paid for the product that you're delivering. If you choose to do it by ordering whatever people ask for, then now you have to take a portion of it to go order the product from Mary Kay. But if you started with inventory, that saves you a step. And now you can just collect your money. And then what you would do is reinvest the portion that you sold so that you have products to sell again. Because the idea is not to sell off all the products. I have a lot of people who don't understand that concept. I'm like, if you don't have product, you're out of business. Have you ever been to Macy's and seen their shelves clear and they go, oh, we sold everything. Woo! No, that's not the objective. So they keep replenishing, and that's what you would do. So every sale that you make, let's say you sold $100, you take $50 and you would replace product that you sold. And then the $50, the other $50 would be profit. So you do that as often as you need to. If you're holding one party a month, do that once a month. If you're holding 3-4 parties a week, you're going to be doing that more frequently. A good running total. The other thing that has kept me in business for 21 years, and I always like to tell people this, is the reorders. What's really great about our product is that it's consumable. So when you use a cleanser, when I use my cleanser, when everybody uses their cleanser, it goes down the drain and you need more. And so you call, and then that keeps you in business, because the work that I did 21 years ago, because I still have some of my original customers from 21 years ago. I know. So talk about residual income, because they love the product. And then sometimes they love me too. So, and that comes from being really intentional about good customer service. And so they keep coming back. And when they keep coming back, that's income that I'm making on work I did several years ago. So that really is something that you can't replace either. I always tell people if you're going to sell something that goes away, not a lifetime guarantee. Because they'll never need more, right? And you're always looking for new customers. So that's also a part of our training. That's what I wanted to tell you. So nobody knows how to do this. They're not born knowing how to do this. There's a lot of training, but it's hands-on. And while you're being trained and while you're experiencing it, you're making money. And you're building a customer base. And that customer base will pay you over and over again. And so you can't lose, really. You just can't. All right, so any other questions?
No.
All right, good. Well, listen, I thought that, this would be the best time of year for anybody to consider a business with Mary Kay because obviously we have the holiday season upon us, and I love the holidays, not because of Mary Kay, and not all of the hype. That's when I get into my personal space and time, and just to consider the wonder of it all. Excuse me. And so, but I love that people have the opportunity to get started in a Mary Kay business at a time of year when people are buying anyway. And I always say if they're buying something, it would be great if they just bought it from me. And so that's what I want you to consider. I don't know if you've considered what you'll be doing for your holidays, if you spend a lot of money, if you're one of those people that goes crazy, or if you're totally, miss list and budget and all of that. I always have a list, I always have a budget, and there's always more. You never thought about somebody. So I always like to have options. And I always tell people too at this time of year, I call it a tryout consultant. This time of year, if you tried out being a consultant and you actually, gave Mary Kay as gifts, because they will come back to you for more, but now they have to buy it. So you got yourself some customers just by giving Mary Kay as a gift. And it's a really good value because you would be paying 50% for what you're giving them, and they would be getting the full benefit of the products. And then the option, of course, to continue using it with you as a consultant. So, yeah, I know, right? So this is what I'm going to ask you. What would hold you back from getting started? Based on what I've shared, did you learn anything? That's the first question.
I did. I learned things about Mary Kay that I was not aware of. I did think Mary Kay was a corporately owned company, so I was not aware that it was still run by family.
Beautiful. Well, I'm glad I was able to share that with you, and that makes a difference because when you have people who have the heart of the company at heart, then it changes the way they make decisions. So yeah. So what would hold you back from getting started?
Time.
Okay. I get that. I know because we did have to reschedule this several times, and it wasn't just you; it was me too because we were all very busy, too busy. Anyway, so time is good. What else would hold you back?
My social circle is very small.
I like the people I have. At some point, I said to myself, I have enough friends. I don't want any more. Doesn't work. Yeah, we always get more, which is good. So small circle, social circle. Okay. And anything else? Really, just those two things? So you realize that this is different because when we started, you said absolutely no way. Okay. So, and I know you still can say absolutely no way because you still don't have time. But what did you like most about what you heard?
I liked the idea of really helping people see their beauty potential. And I've done that in the past before. I've run into people that didn't wear makeup, saw that I do wear makeup. Maybe they had a special event to go to, and what they thought. They wanted me to come over and help put makeup on for their event. And I enjoy doing that.
Okay. See, that I did not know about you. You were the go-to makeup girl. See, but that's not fair because your skin is so beautiful, and then you don't even have to do much. And okay, all right. Anyway, okay. So time. Let's talk about time because I mentioned to you that when I started with Mary Kay, I was working 80 hours a week. I'm not exaggerating. It was really 80 hours a week. I worked 6 days a week, 16 hours, 16 to 18 hours a day. Sometimes I didn't even come home. There was a little hotel, a little Howard Johnson, which I don't even, we still have Howard Johnson, next door to the restaurant, and the guy would say, you cannot drive home. because I would need to be there again at 7 o'clock in the morning. And he would say, I'll give you a day. And I would stay there. So 80 hours a week, even though I was single, even though I had no kids. But I knew that that was not going to take me where I needed to go, and I could not sustain that. So I said, you know what? I'm going to make sure that I know I have another option. Because that's what this is really about. It's options. So the time that how much time do you think it would take for you to work on
More time than I have. I am literally busy from the time I wake up in the morning to the time I go to bed.
If I could show you how to incorporate Mary Kay into the things that you're currently doing, everything that you're doing, your life, because I know your 13-year-old has stuff he has to do. What is he in? Tell me what he's in.
What is he in? He does all kinds of extracurricular activity at school. He's basically there every day pretty much till 5:30. And he's into his art. As a matter of fact, he's getting ready to, we just applied to a local school of the arts that he has to audition for. So he's really into that. He's taking an extra class actually once a week to prepare for that and just really sharpen his skills on that. So he's really into, other things outside of school as well. Karate. He's supposed to be trying out for soccer.
There you go. Team, so. And that's like ridiculous. Yes. I have heard about soccer. I'm trying to, I change the channel. Every time it comes on TV, I change the channel. I don't want Jaden to see into karate. Soccer at all. Because you have to travel and all of this stuff. Anyway, the reason why I asked you that is because I know you go to games, I know you go to tournaments, I know you go to all these things, and I know that there are other parents there, other women there, and I know your social circle is small and you want to keep it small. But if you were to use those opportunities to build a business, if I could show you how to do that while you're doing those things anyway, I'm not adding anything more to it, would it be something that you would consider? And that's all I want. I just want the option to be able to show you that. You know what? I did bring with me a plan sheet. And this is what I always encourage new consultants to use. You're not a new consultant, but a new consultant to do, just to mark out the times that are non-negotiable and where you might have some flexibility with time. Because a lot of times our time gets filled by other people and their agendas. And because I had an agenda, and you almost lost your Friday night, you almost lost your Saturday night, you almost lost your Sunday night, but you were willing to help me, and it's not a bad thing. But I'm just saying, if you were to structure your life in such a way that you could fill in the times that you're already doing the things you want to do, and doing something, because the reason why you would want to be a part of Mary Kay is that, number one, it can give you extra income, because we know that they're not paying you what you work here. And number two, you get to do something that you enjoy doing, which is help people. So this is something that would benefit you. It's not just for the sake of doing something or adding something. You are going to get a benefit out of it. So in order to reprioritize or look at your time in a more focused way on what is it that I want to accomplish in my life. I mean, you may not be cruising all the time, but what if you could take 2 cruises a year and you could pay for it based on your Mary Kay money? I know. I threw a birthday party for my husband, and it was way over budget. But I did it through Mary Kay. Every time I heard something else that was going to pop up that paid me, that was going to cost me more to pay, I was like, okay, we're going to book another party. That was my most busy time of the year because I literally worked my Mary Kay business to pay for that party for my husband, and he had a blast. And it made me so happy to do that. I had that option. You see what I'm saying? So whether or not you're working it full out or just a little bit, just to build a business slowly, you have some options. So I just wanted you to consider that. Right? I don't know what we're going to do about this social circle. I really don't know, because I can't imagine. You're so awesome. I cannot imagine you just saying, no, not you. I appreciate you letting me in for 5 minutes.
You're awesome.
You're awesome. Well, listen, I'm not going to keep you any longer. So let me ask you this, and I'm just going to put it out there, and you tell me, is there any reason why we couldn't get you started, even though?
She's delivering to me.
I appreciate you.
Sarah, based on the information you gave me, before I was an absolute no, but now it's
That's why I appreciate you doing this. And that's what we want the consultants to understand, is that just by getting to share that information, I could see that wall come up when I asked you. But I know what we have and I know how awesome it is. So I wanted you to know too. And so thank you for letting me share that with you. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna leave you with this plan sheet because I want you to fill that out. And I'm gonna leave you with this brochure. It tells you a little bit about a little bit more in writing about our steps, you know, how you move up in Mary Kay and what the benefits are along the way. Our car program, you know, that's another thing only we have, the pink Cadillac. And by the way, you'll see on there too, you can get the money if you're so adamant about not driving a pink car. I'm all about the pink car. And of course, I'm gonna leave you with a lookbook because I want you to see some of the products that we have for the holiday season that you, and I mean, or giving to people as gifts, like I said. So feel free to shop with me if that's what you choose to do. I don't mind taking your money. Anyway, so LaTanya, I just want to thank you so much for this. It's been awesome. I really have appreciated getting to know you better. It's been good. And we will be spending more time together either way. Yes. I'm in your circle now. You can't get me out. All right. Thank you. All right. Let's see if we can stop this. Bye, everybody.